Okay, today I'm going to can whole tomatoes. Now, these tomatoes are from my garden. We picked most of these in September. And what I did was I just threw them right in the freezer whole, just like this. And they freeze hard like a rock. Now, the reason I do that is because, well, you know, when harvest season, it's really hard to get to everything at the same time. And I really don't want to waste anything, especially if it's coming from my garden. I'm putting all my time and effort and money into it. I don't want to waste anything. So I pop it into the freezer, and then when I'm ready and I have a chance, I can I put them in a strainer, like so, and I'm just going to dump boiling hot water over the top. And what that does is loosens the skins of the tomatoes and makes it really easy to peel them. So like this one, you can see how easy the skins are slipping right off of there. And really you have no mess. They're still basically frozen, but if I do it this way, I can peel them pretty easily. Look at that. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. Now, I'm gonna pressure can these. You can do either water bath or pressure can. The reason I chose pressure canning for them is a number of reasons. It takes less time. I have a glass top stove, which you certainly can use to can. As long as, you know, usually they say to check the manufacturer's booklet that comes with your stove to make sure that it's okay to put that much weight on top of your stove. This was a hand-me-down, so I actually wasn't certain that I was able to do it, but so far it hasn't cracked. It's been fine for me. Just in case, I decided to pressure can because when you're pressure canning, you're only going to fill this pressure canner about an inch of water, as opposed to water bath canning, where I would have to fill this to cover my quart jars. It would have to be filled up to here. You can imagine the amount of weight that would be sitting on top of this stove with water, plus the jars full of tomatoes in there. It might certainly break the stove top. So this is my pressure canner. It's the Presto 23 quart pressure canner. It comes with a rack inside. It looks like this. Mine's discolored like this, but it's okay. If you have hard water, you may want to add a drop of vinegar to your water to keep the hard water buildup from coating the outside of your jars. Let's see, it comes with a dial. It's recommended to have the dial tested once a year. If your extension office doesn't do it, there is a place that you can send it to. Usually the book that comes with your canner will tell you where you can mail it off to, and they'll test it and make sure it's accurate. It also comes with this little rocker, they call it, and that will go on top of the vent here once the correct amount of pressure has built up. What else? Okay, so jars, I've decided to use the quart jars for my whole tomatoes. I just like the amount of tomatoes that come out of the quart jars. If I'm going to make spaghetti, for example, I can open just one of these and toss whole tomatoes over. It's the right amount for 1 pound of pasta, so I like that amount for just whole tomatoes. You're also going to need your lids, your bands, a funnel, and your jar lifters for lifting your jars out of the hot water. And that's basically it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to warm the water to a simmer in the canner as I'm working on peeling the rest of my tomatoes here. And once I've had all that done, I'll start filling the jars. So I'm just going to stop the tape for now while I work on peeling the rest of those tomatoes.